Hey guys, it's PhilosopherKing. How's it going? Yeah, I'm excited. It's the weekend. I finished my homework and all that fun stuff, so I have all this free time. And my opponent this time, to celebrate this occasion, is Finchinator, who you're probably familiar with if you're on Pokemon Online in Advanced OU. He's pretty commonly seen in that tier, and he's a pretty decent player. I've seen him play, and I believe I played him before, although I don't remember. Anywho, this is how the battle went. There we go. So we get T-Tar on Swampert. That's not good from the start. I'm going to be forced to switch out here. I'm going to go to Celebi, I believe. So yeah. And that's what I do. He uses Protect, and it fails because I switched. He's probably going to use it again. It's a waste PP for whatever move I use, or switch out. I'm going to go for Psychic, and he does use Protect, so whatever, I lose 1 PP from my Psychic. Because the Swampert can't do anything, he's probably going to switch to a Psychic resistant Poke, and he does just that, and I anticipate that, go for Leech Seed. Leech Seed connects, but Fortress doesn't really care about Leech Seed. It's there to spike up and Rapid Spin. So yeah, we both switch out. I'm surprised he switched. I guess he wanted to scout out for HP Fire. That's why he went to Swampert. But we get my Starmie against his Swampert. New team, by the way, if you haven't noticed. And I go for Ice Beam. He protects. And now I'm going to over-anticipate here and go for a Thunderbolt, thinking he would go to a Ice Beam resistant Poke. But he doesn't, so that was for nothing. And now the Earthquake does 41%. I'm going to force to recover here. Goes to Celebi on this anticipated recover. And I'm not really afraid of the Celebi. Could have a Grass type move, but it's probably not going to kill since it's a very bulky Starmie. And I'm just going to go for Ice Beam, test the water, see how much it does, and get a sense for the moveset. So yeah, we're going to see what happens. Love this replay button, by the way. And so we get Starmie on Fortress. I go for Ice Beam, doesn't do much against the Fortress. Go for Ice Beam again, over predicting again, thinking he'd switch, but he goes for Hidden Power Ghost or Bug, does 48%. Doesn't do enough to keep me from recovering, so I go for recovery, spikes up in the process, and we're going to see what he wants to do. He goes for Hidden Power again, it does 55%. My Thunderbolt does 27%, not that it matters. I go for recover, thinking it's a high damage count, but it's 50% this time around, so I'm really not sure what's going on. I decided to recover again just to be sure, and yeah, 55% again. So it's either doing 50 or more in most cases, so I'm going to be forced to get out of here. During that recover phase, I allowed him to use get some HP up with leftovers, so in either case that was a wasted attempt, but I did get some information in terms of the damage count, so I guess it was worth it. I double switch here for my Zapdos, thinking he would switch out from the Fortress, and that way I can recover with my Starmie. But he predicts well and goes for Hidden Power, Ghost, or Bug. Or does he? He asks why I did that, so maybe he just went for Hidden Power against the Zapdos, in which case I'm not sure why. So I don't know what he was thinking there if he wasn't anticipating that double switch. Anywho, I bring in my Zapdos this time, and I am here to stay. I'm not going to do anything fancy, because obviously that won't work against Finchinator, because he's a high-class player and all that. Go for Thunderbolt, he answers with Celebi, which resists it, 16%, not going to do much. I'm going to force a switch here, and go to my Celebi. I'm stupid here, and I forget that the Fortress has Hidden Power, Bug, or Ghost. So I don't know what I'm thinking when I make this next move. Yeah, I Calm Mind up. He goes for Spikes, and I stay in. He's afraid I have HP Fire. I don't, so I think he switches here, and I go for Psychic. But yeah, 59%. It's probably HP Bug now, not Ghost, given the damage count. And my Celebi doesn't have leftovers because I forgot. so I'm making a lot of stupid mistakes that I shouldn't be at the level I'm at right now. And that's just giving my opponent just advantage after advantage. So yeah, that was a really stupid thing. I should have switched. I forgot it had hidden power, ghost or bug. I forgot. I don't have leftovers. I don't know what I'm doing. At the time, I had a piercing headache that was really bothering me. I was coming in and out of consciousness. It was that bad. So wasn't really at my best at the time this was played. But I go for a recover, knowing my Celebi's gonna die no matter what, either from spikes or from the coming hidden power. But he misclicks and goes for rapid spin. I don't have any spikes, and that gives me an opportunity to recover my Celebi and to live another day. And I bring my Zapdos in. The coming hidden power is not very effective, so it's bug for sure. And I go for Thunderbolt. He brings his Celebi in once again to counter it. And so yeah, I go to my Celebi, and I forgot it doesn't have leftovers, and I forgot it had spikes on the. He had spikes on the field, and the Psychic plus that puts my Celebi in the red, and he's faster, so I won't be able to recover, and therefore the misclick the previous turns ago is negated, and my Celebi dies. So yeah, I suck right now, and I'm in a huge hole. I got to get out of here. I bring my T-Tar in just to try to gain some momentum back, and he makes this mistake of staying in against it. Hidden power bug nails the Celebi 65%, and it's dead. And so yeah, whatever mistakes I make, he keeps negating them with his mistakes. So this is a pretty bad game in terms of play, but it's interesting nonetheless what we're doing. It's whatever, we're having fun. I bring my Zapdos in, he brings his Pert in. I go for a Thunderbolt, knowing if he'd go for Protect, and I'm trying to lure him into a false sense of security and go for Hidden Power Grass if he stays in. But he doesn't, brings the Zapdos in, and man, that really sucked. I thought I was being clever there. But he's always a step ahead of me, and he brings the Zapdos in to take the Hidden Power, and yep. Anyway, I bring my Blissey in to answer the Zapdos. This is a Calm Mind Blissey, so has nothing whatsoever to fear from the Zapdos. Even Seismic Toss has nothing to fear, but especially Calm Mind is nothing to fear. Go for Thunderbolt, and Curslax is the last thing I want to see right now. My Celebi is not there to handle it with Leech Seed. So yeah, I'm not happy right now. Yep, and it's a Curslax too. That's like the worst thing. That's the worst case scenario. Probably has Rest too. I go for Rock Slide, and it has Earthquake, so that's probably the worst case scenario. Curslax with Earthquake. So I go for Rock Slide, trying to go for Flinch, but it doesn't work out, so he takes out my Snorlax. But the Snorlax is in the red, and so I'm going to try to take it out with Thunderbolt. It should do it here, but nope. The Zapdos does not want to do anything for me today. The Snorlax lives and it gets Rust off, and now I gotta figure out what I want to do here. I'm pretty much ready to give up. I'm really tempted to, but Finchinator encourages me not to, so I stay in and play it out. Bring my Swampert in, and the idea I have right now is a weird one, but I'm gonna just spam a Hydro Pump, and I'm going to bank on him waking up, doing enough damage to me at +1 to put me in the zone where Torrent activates, and then I can do a ton. So he's at 51% right now. I didn't want the crit because I want to do more damage with the Hydro Pumps, but Torrent activates nonetheless, and now I'm going to go for Hydro Pump to 37%, but yeah, got the Rest off. I can keep going for Hydro Pump again, but he's probably not going to stay in here. And wow, he goes to Swampert of all things. I'm surprised he didn't go to Zapdos and waste my Hydro Pump PP. But nonetheless, the Swampert takes a ton. I have no speed investment, so if he doesn't, it's going to be a speed tie, and I win the speed tie presumably. So yeah, Swampert really keeping me alive in this game right now. It's a 3-4 game. And the Gengar puts a halt to that. I'm going to be forced to switch here, go to my Blissey. Ice Punch does 9%. I'm fine with that. I'm going to try to soft boiled here. Hopefully it's not a taunt Gar. I'm really hoping. But it is. And now my Blissey is in a situation where it gets hit by Will-O-Wisp and I'm not going to be able to recover, so I'm going to be forced to switch out here and try to soft boil at a later time. Go my Zapdos. He goes for Ice Punch. Does a measly 29%, so this Gengar is not very invested in special attack. It's invested elsewhere, apparently. But he is faster, and I'm not going to want to get in a situation where I'm in the red and I can't recover, so I recover now. And I'm asleep. I go for Sleep Talk. Doesn't really do anything. I hit Rest. He answers with his own Zapdos. So let's see what he wants to do here. Really don't know what to expect. If he has HP Ice, that's bad. If he has HP Grass, that keeps my Swampert from coming in against it. So I'm hoping it doesn't have any of those moves. Go for Sleep Talk again. I hit it with HP Grass. So what? Goes for Thunderbolt. Doesn't do that much, so he probably is a bulky Zapdos too, and along with mine. I go for Thunderbolt against his, so we're just exchanging Thunderbolts. He goes for Rest. I'm not sure why, but he does. I try to bring my Blissey in to recover off, but he hits Sleep Talk and he uses Roar. So that was good and bad. It's bad because my Blissey took Spikes damage and it's probably going to die. Next time I bring it in into those spikes, so my Blissey is just fodder at this point. The good that it did was that now I can bring my Swampert in safely, knowing it just has Roar and Sleep Talk, along with Thunderbolt, of course. So yeah, I almost killed a Zapdos there after Finchinator uses Sleep Talk when he was supposed to wake up, but his Zapdos is faster, so he got the rest off in time. I don't want to stay in because he's wasting PP from my Zapdos, and I really don't want to play that game. That Zapdos may come in handy later. So I take the opportunity to bring my Swampert in, and luckily he does not get Roar off, so the Spikes damage was not for nothing. So I go for a Hydro Pump. It's 44%. And for whatever reason, I might be able to take out the Zapdos now, but the pressure ability on the Zapdos is pretty much drained my Hydro Pumps. I only have one left, so I go for Hydro Pump. It's 53% against the Fortress, and now I'm out of Hydro Pump. So whatever advantage I got from Torrent is now gone. So I'm going to have to take out this Fortress with Earthquake, hoping it doesn't explode here, but I really haven't. I could send in the Blissey, but I decided just to take the risk and go for Earthquake instead. I wouldn't be able to send the Blissey anyway because it would die, and then you could just use Explosion and you just get free leftovers in the process, so that was a dumb idea. But I go for Earthquake, trying to take out the Fortress. He doesn't stay in, he brings in Zapdos, and that allows him to get a rest off, him being faster. So maybe I should have anticipated him bringing the Zapdos in on when I used Earthquake, but I did not want the Fortress to explode, so I went for Earthquake instead. And there's the poke I really have a problem with, which is Snorlax. So I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with that now that my Torrent ability is gone, or not gone, but useless. And then there's the Gengar. I get out of there, go to my Zapdos, and I'm at a level of health where I don't really have to worry about him using Ice Punch after I use Thunderbolt. So yeah, I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt here, and he decides to fire off his Fortress. So yeah, 3-3 game. I came back out of this 5 or 6-4, I believe, and now it's a 3-3 game. So yep, but that Curselax is keeping me from celebrating. It's asleep, so I gotta decide what I want to do here. Go for Earthquake, does 29%. He's trying to wake up this Snorlax. Gotta figure out what I want to do here. I go for Earthquake again, does 27%. He curses up. He's at +1. He's probably gonna rest off here. So in order to keep him from doing that, my only hope is to fodder off the Blissey, keep him from resting, get a free switch in, and go to my Zapdos. Go for Thunderbolt. Hope for a paralysis from this Thunderbolt, and hope he gets paralyzed that turn. So here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my word, it worked. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I have reached it. I could have gotten a crit, which was more likely, but this was what I was banking on, and it worked perfectly. So holy crap, I take out the Curse-Lax without any counter to it. I managed to take it out with my counter killed, and whew. But I encounter another problem, which is this Zapdos. I don't really know how I'm going to take it out. I could take it out with Swampert, but you could rest off. So yeah. Let's see what he wants to do here. Yep, he uses Rest. I use Ice Beam. That's 31%. Actually, I might be able to take it out. Yep, I'm going to take it out. Wow, okay, the Zapdos is going to die if he stays in here. We'll see. Nope, he goes to his Gengar instead. Let's see what happens. I go to my Zapdos, he goes for Ice Punch. I guess he doesn't have Giga Drain, or he's just anticipating me switching. Either way, I won't die here. I will not die here from Ice Punch unless he gets a crit or freeze. I take out the Gengar, and now, yeah, I'm gonna win this. Holy crap! I came out of the hole and made a bunch of mistakes, but he made a bunch of mistakes, and holy moly, I came out of this alive. So the final score of this absurd excuse for a game is 2-0, and I don't know why. I'm kind of disgusted with the way I played, but I'm proud of the way I came back out of it. So whatever. Hope you liked it. Hope it put you in suspense. Hope it made you laugh. Hope it did all those things. Hope it didn't make you throw your computer against the wall because it was we played so horribly. But anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know all about your feelings in this battle. And hope to see you soon. Adios.